Hello everyone, I'm Niharika Tiwari from Sociobits, and today at Sociobits Talks, I have a very special guest. It's Mr. Samir Joshi, the co-founder of Blooming Rich. Thank you for joining us today, Samir.
My pleasure, Niharika. Likewise.
So, could you tell us a little about yourself?
To begin with, to talk about myself, right now I am working as a co-founder of Blooming Rich, but I have vast experience of banking and finance for more than 10 years. I am always a Mumbaikar, so I've been here in Mumbai all the time. Raised in a very conservative Brahmin family with a very small space to live. And from there now getting into the business is, I can say, on a personal front, it's a fairly a good achievement for myself. Yeah. And that is how it is.
That's great. So, speaking of Blooming Rich, so could you tell us what do you do? What is Blooming Rich?
So Blooming Rich is a financial planning and a wealth management firm. So when I talk about financial planning, it means that we manage cash flows for our existing clients. We set goals for them. We ensure that they have X amount of net worth right now, and then we have to take it to the next level. So we take some targets to build their net worth, and in that process, we also manage their financial portfolios. That's called wealth management, wherein we recommend them certain financial products basis their risk-taking capacity and their goal and the time duration required for their set goals, and accordingly a suitable financial vehicle or investment vehicle is suggested to clients, and then the process starts from there. We keep reviewing it time and again, and what to change, what not to change on the periodic basis, and it's a constant process. It's not that once you do investments, you're done. No. What's more important is to manage the risk in the finances. So that's again one of the forte of my business, of not only planning and managing wealth, but also managing risk, wherein return of capital is very important. At times you say, what's the return on my capital? But I would say that return on your capital will be automatically generated if you're managing a risk to keep your return of capital intact. So that's what Blooming Rich does. We started almost 3 years ago, and I started as an individual from my house and moved to a smaller office, and now we've got a bigger corporate office in Andheri, for which we are paying a decently higher amount of rent, and I can say I have a team size of almost 8 to 10 people, and we have our in-house digital marketing team, videography team. We are on social media. We have the technology edge. Sitting in Mumbai, I can manage investments of clients anywhere in the world. We do have clients in south, in north region of India. We have some NRI clients in overseas locations. We have clients in different pockets of Maharashtra and Mumbai. So I'm managing a decently sized portfolios for a lot of high net worth clients right now. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. So how did you start ideating? Like, why did you start? In fact, the questions.
Well, that's really a great question. So let me tell you a small incident. When I was part of a large corporate with an insurance company for a very small stint though, I had a colleague whom one fine day I was interacting, and I was telling him that he was the only one person to whom I had done a commitment that by the age of 40 I would be either a chief executive officer of my own firm or I'll be the CEO of some other firm. So that's a commitment. From that moment onwards, I started thinking about setting up my own business, and I started learning the process. It took longer. I gave it a thought in 2016, and I executed it in 2019. So in 2019, the company was established, and by that time I had a lot of clients who had kept faith on me, who've been with me for many years, and they were ready to come with me, get their financial portfolios transferred to my business, my new company, and I got fantastic support from almost all the clients, and I thank you very much to them for being so generous to me. One thing I followed thoroughly is that I managed every financial portfolio with a lot of ethics. So I wouldn't think about my own profits when I'm managing finances. I think about how I can enhance wealth, or I can create an impact into their financial portfolios, a positive impact, I would rather say, and take them to the next level. Because what I think is that if I grow my clients' money, my clients' wealth, I make them wealthy, I will automatically make money myself. So my objective is not making money, my objective is building wealth for my clients, and in that process I am sure that I will automatically make money. And that's the reason why we have tremendous quality in managing portfolios. We are absolutely unbiased with our approach, and when we talk about any investment vehicle, we first research on that thoroughly before placing it into any client's kitty. So that's how things are really going good, and I can say that I don't need so far any grievance redressal team, because there are hardly any grievances from any client, and whenever we have some sort of service related thing, that's taken care of nicely. But the work happens in such a way, it leaves a very less space for any complaints from customers, because it's not a financial management, I can say it's a relationship that we look after. So we take care of each and every financial aspect of their, not only investment, but it can also be guiding somebody in the family how to manage their finances. On the other hand, I'll tell you that I had the privilege, or I can say opportunity, to visit various corporate, and I've been to multiple organizations as a guest speaker, and I've so far spoken at almost 30-35 companies in last 5 years as a speaker who comes there and talks about financial planning and the importance of it, and we conceptualize things for people who work in corporate, because I strongly believe that there are experts available for every CXO level, every high net worth client, but people who are earning the salary in the range of 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs, even for somebody who's earning 5 lakhs, 3 lakhs a year, they need a very strong hand holding, because somebody who's earning 3 lakh is probably a start of his career, and if somebody guides that person at that initial stage, that leaves, or that creates a huge impact in that person's financial domain for the entire life. I've had bad experiences. I never had anybody who would teach me how to manage my money, and the initial part of my career I struggled a lot with money, but ever since I am in this field from last more than 10 years, I am sorted with my personal finances as well. So it started from my end initially, and after that I took it over to the world.
So, like you said, nobody teaches you how to manage your finances, correct? Even at my age, I've never learned it.
Correct.
Even in my school. Do you think we can put in any efforts on those lines? What should we do?
Well, that's really a nice question. So far, there has not been any curriculum in schools. There is a subject for everything, but there is no subject on how you can manage your individual finances.
Right.
But let me tell you, just 2-3 days ago, I was invited by a municipal corporation of Mumbai from their teachers and from a particular zone of Mumbai. All the teachers were gathered in an auditorium, and I was invited as a guest speaker who would talk about financial planning for teachers, because they were going to teach that subject to their students. So I think government has taken initiative of bringing a financial literacy flavor to educational ecosystem. It started from government. I don't know whether private institutions have really started that or not, but if they haven't, then every school or every educational institution will need to also create financial literacy to their students. Maybe not at primary level, or maybe at the level when a student reaches higher secondary and he's on the verge of completing his schooling. And obviously when they go to college, they are into junior or degree college, I think government or educational institutions will need to take initiatives to create financial literacy amongst their students as well. Yeah.
And what about this? If I want to do it on an individual level, if I want to go somewhere, I still don't know how to manage my finances. Okay?
Correct.
Let's just assume that. So where do I go?
See, nowadays the world has transformed from I would say the media has gone to the level wherein you type the financial planners and you will find so many financial planners in the market. What I suggest is that there are many financial planners available in the market, but you can do your own due diligence before getting on board with any financial planner. First, you need to see if they create a kind of a plan for you. Secondly, you can see their approach. Is the approach product oriented or the approach concept oriented? If you find the approach of the financial planner towards meeting your goal, conceptualize the planning part for you, and then coming on to the product, I think he's a very good or better financial advisor. Somebody who comes into the product initially, I think according to me, you may avoid that financial planner. So that is the difference. I can suggest people how they can choose their financial planners.
That makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely right.
So also, since you are I can call you a finance expert, right?
Well, I wouldn't call myself an expert, because the moment I call myself an expert, then I would stop learning, because finance is an ocean and every day you get to learn a new thing. So it's a constant process. Every day, every week, every month, every union budget, we have to keep ourselves updated with loads and loads of things. The new taxation rules and new schemes coming to the market, the changes in the existing schemes portfolios, or new regulatory norms, new norms from Reserve Bank, new norms from SEBI. So I will say that there is nobody an expert in the financial domain. Yeah. Everybody keeps learning every day.
But since you updated,
yes, I have to keep myself updated, because I am in the profession wherein every day I can get any question from client and I have to be prepared to answer any sort of finance related question.
Okay. So regarding this, the whole thing that you are updated. So
Absolutely.
Whatever you say still has credibility than whatever I say, because I have no knowledge about it, correct?
Correct.
So if you look at the current global economic issue,
Correct.
the situation, what would you say? I've heard people saying that recession might come now. What is your opinion on that?
Again, a very good point. So I had personally met a fund manager from a top AMCs in the market very recently, and she's very positive from India's economic growth. Well, right now India is close to $3 trillion economy. You see, a few years back we were close to $1.5 trillion economy, and I believe that very recent news says that India is looking at UP as a state to make it $1 trillion economy as an individual state. So I would say the recession will always keep coming and going, and the wars will happen, the governments will change, but it will always have a growth trajectory from India as an economy, at least for another 15 to 20 years is what I see, because we are still a developing nation, and something which was a concern for people has become a strength, and that's the population. Because of the large population, we have a marketplace for a lot of businesses. So if you see, because of the large population, we have large consumption, and that spikes the demand for any sort of products which are consumed by our Indian people, and we are used to spending. We are also used to spending money as an Indian. We are used to saving money, but we are also used to spending money now because of the digital platforms that we have. So we can purchase things on a fingertip right now without going to the market. So far as recessionary period is concerned, when there was COVID, when the COVID had struck entire world and the financial markets tumbled in 2020, India bagged a lot of foreign currencies. So we had tremendous amount of forex reserved, and India, even though if you see the currency is depreciating right now, the Indian rupee is going down versus dollar, but other countries' economies are doing worse than India. Other countries' currencies are going, further down compared to India. So India is still at a very strong level, very strong position, and I see India in next 10 years or in next 5 years can become $5 trillion economy. In next 10 years, it can go from this current level to any level. So we don't need to worry about recession. We will have our growth coming in.
Yeah. That's really good.
Absolutely.
So also let's come back to Blooming Rich.
Correct.
So how are you planning to grow now? What are your future plans with Blooming Rich?
So right now we have expanded the business. We've taken a bigger office. We've hired some more employees, and we look forward to targeting at least 500 crores of assets under management with our company. We are close to 70-80 crores right now, and another 3 years we look forward to targeting at least 500 crores. After that, we look forward to also penetrate overseas markets like Middle East, Singapore, some countries which are emerging, African countries for investments, because I think after India, the next emerging market for FIIs or DIIs, rather I can say only FIIs to invest, would be African countries. So we will have a target to also form an NBFC and create our own in-house product. We are not a manufacturer of any product right now. We only distribute third-party manufacturers' product, but we want to be a manufacturer of our own product. So maybe we want to be an asset management company. We have a target to have our own AIF, which is an alternative investment fund, and we will strive for that once we reach a target of 500 crores of asset under management under our private banking firm.
Yeah. You definitely will. So thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All the very best to you.
Thank you. It was nice talking to you again. Yeah. Thanks, Niharika.